You've booked a cruise, you're looking forward to getting onto it, but you're not too sure about some of the protocols. You do a lot of research online and you find that there's a lot of rude, crude passengers on board. Well, what can you do to make sure you're not one of those rude, crude passengers?
My name is Stuart. This is Ship to Shore Cruise News. Let's get into it.
Remember to say hi to your room steward when you see them. Strike them up in a conversation. Make them feel like they're a real person too. Remember to be polite to all the staff members on board. They've got a very difficult job and working ridiculous hours. When you're at guest services, if you've got a problem and you're down there, stay calm, keep your composure, be polite to them. They can really benefit from people being nice to them because they just hear complaints all day long. Buffet. Everybody likes to go there one time or another on the cruise. When you're at the buffet, don't squeeze in front of other people who are waiting in line patiently. Wait in line yourself, even if you're only there to grab one item. If there's a lineup for that item, please wait for everyone else. Also at the buffet, you're not doing anybody a favor by reusing your plate. Always go get a new plate. There's servers around all the time cleaning up after you. Plus, it's not the cleanest thing to do to be eating off that dirty plate. Let's think of some other things. Right now, it's a beautiful sunny day, and if I was on a cruise ship, I tell you, I'd be wanting to go out onto that sun deck and be using one of those nice loungers. Don't be a lounger hog. Don't throw your towel and your items on a chair and then leave it and go for lunch and think it's going to be there later on. You're not helping everybody. You're ruining somebody else's experience. Only use a chair if you're going to be there. And what's interestingly enough is more cruise lines are starting to police this, and they will remove your items if they've been there too long. What else can we think of? Elevators. Don't try to rush on the elevator as soon as the door opens. Wait a moment, see if somebody's getting off. You might be blocking their way, especially if they have mobility issues. They're going to want to get off that elevator. Wait your turn, just pause a moment for those doors to open and see if anybody's getting off and going anywhere. Sometimes the captain or crew makes announcements over the loudspeakers. It's in your best interest to pay attention to what they're saying. They might be canceling a shore excursion. They might be canceling a port. And you don't want to find out the last minute when you go to get off the ship and you find out there's no place to get off. Anyway, you hear those announcements, just be quiet for a moment. Pay attention to what they're saying. About a year ago, there was a video of some guys throwing seats and cushions off the back balcony of a cruise ship. Don't throw anything overboard. You're only adding to the pollution in the oceans. No, nobody wants that, especially the cruise lines. They'd be working really hard to clean up their act and their image. You're not helping. What's going to happen is they're going to eventually find out because there's security cameras everywhere. Not only will you receive a fine, but you might actually receive a lifetime ban to that cruise line. So don't throw anything overboard. Washy washy, just wash your hands. It's so nice, so polite, so comforting. A couple of years ago, we had a little health issue. It sort of changed the world in some ways. People were able to work from home. Things are done virtually. And one of the benefits when it came to cruise industry was the muster drill. On most cruise lines now, you don't have to congregate in large groups in some room or out on the deck wearing a life preserver and having somebody maybe off in the distance. Maybe they're trying to tell you something that you can't hear or see what they're doing anyway. Nowadays, most cruise lines, you can do a muster drill, watch a safety video beforehand, and when you get on board, you can go to your muster station, check in, watch a little presentation that takes maybe 2-3 minutes, and then go off and enjoy your cruise. That muster drill isn't something that the cruise lines decided they wanted to do. It's actually a maritime law. That's where they're required to give. And they actually can't leave port until everybody's completed it. So my advice to you, to be a polite cruiser, do that muster drill as soon as you get on board. After that, go get your slushy drink, go sit in the hot tub, enjoy that sail away party. That's about it for today. Hope you enjoy cruising as much as I do. I love it. I have one coming up. I haven't told too many people about this thing. It's going to be a little 3-day weekend excursion from Vancouver to San Francisco on the Majestic Princess. Never cruised Princess before. Should be interesting. Anyway, as always, my name's Stuart. This is Ship to Shore Cruise News. And remember, get your cruise on.